Jaku31 asked, how do you preserve the UCI certification logo, please? Can you make a little video about it, please? Yes, I can, and that's exactly what we do in this video. Most of these modern carbon frames have these typical UCI license decals on the seat tube, also on the fork, in most of the cases on the inside of the fork, and a lot of you ask me what I do with these decals when I repaint carbon frames. And the simple answer is I mask them. I made some stickers with the graphic software in the shape of the decal. I stick them on, I paint the base colors, remove the sticker, I do the clear coat and the finish, and that's the magic trick. So these, let's call them stencils, are a cheap solution if you have no printers and no print studio. You can do them in the shape of the decal, stick them on to save it, do the base color, remove them, do the clear coat and the finish, and the UCI license decal is still visible. But maybe you have noticed that this frame hasn't such a UCI license decal, and maybe you ask yourself, what is he showing and what is he talking about? And in this video I like to show you how to create such a license decal, but not as a cheap vinyl sticker. I like to do it factory-like, high quality, and I like to do a transfer. And if you are interested how it's done, how such transfers are done, and how these decals, these license decals are done, follow me in this video and I like to show you how I do it. At first I have to create the decal itself, and to do so I need a graphic software, and I use Adobe Illustrator. It's a vector-based graphic software. You can use any vector-based graphic software you like. I use Adobe Illustrator to create the decal. And the first thing I have to create is an outline, a cut line shown in red, and that's the line I use for the cut on the sign maker to create the decal. The second thing I have to create is this black shape, also a little black ellipse, and a white frame inside this ellipse. I need also the UCI logo in the middle, and of course some lettering. On the left side there's every time written frame. That means this decal is made for the frame and it has to be sticked on the frame. And there are also different serial numbers. On the right side there can be a date or also a serial number. It differs on every frame. So if you want to buy such a decal on eBay or wherever, make sure you have the right serial number which fits your frame. This one fits only my frame, and I have to change it, of course. And on top there's another serial number, and I have to change it as well because it fits also only to my frame. I know this serial number from the former logo on the frame before I removed it. And that's it. I have the decal. Now I have to print it on a transfer sheet, and then I like to show you how the transfer is made. I print on a special transfer paper, and if you want to buy such a paper, please find some links underneath my video in the video description. I'll link some of these papers for different printers, inkjet, also laser, if you need such a paper. So let's print it. The next thing I have to do is I have to transfer this sheet onto another sheet. This sheet is only for the ink sticks on this sheet, and that sheet is the real decal. It's a kind of thin layer of lacquer, and I like to transfer the ink onto this lacquer, and to do so I have to use a heat press. And it's not the same like a vinyl. A vinyl is very thick, and if you stick a vinyl on a frame and if you clear coat over it, you have these gaps on the vinyls, and that's what I like to avoid. So I like to produce a thin water slide, and to do so I have to heat press it to transfer the ink of the top sheet onto the bottom sheet with the thin layer of lacquer. So let's do it. That's very simple. The only thing you need is a heat press. If you want to buy a heat press, find one in the video description. And I will transfer these two sheets. I have to press them for 30 seconds. So let's do it. Now I have to wait until these sheets cool down, and then I can divide the sheets. And here you can see the UCI labels for the frame and also for the fork. Now I have to do the cut, and then I have a sticker for the frame. So let's do the cut and then let's stick them on the frame. To cut the labels, I use a sign maker which is able to cut the outline. So let's stick the sheet into the sign maker and let's do the cut. And we are done, and it's time for the transfer. For the transfer I need a box of warm water, some old cloth or paper towels, and I start with a rough cut to divide all the sections because I have different graphics on this sheet. I put the label into the water, I wait maybe 10 to 20 seconds, and the label starts to float on the water and it divides from the paper, and when it floats on the water I can put it on the frame. I did the same with the label which sits inside the fork, and now you know how I print these UCI decals. Simple and easy. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to check also Insta and Facebook for my daily stuff. And if you're interested in custom painting and bike painting, check also my other videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.